Hi, I'm Anastasia Chatzka, a fashion designer with over 20 years of experience and a sewing educator. And I'm really excited you're here to share another sewing adventure with me today. Welcome to Sewing Anastasia, and today is all about wine. First thing you need to do before you start this project is drink a bottle of wine. Totally joking, don't worry. But we are going to make a wine tote today. This is great for gifting your wine as a hostess gift or maybe just a gift in general to your friends. Or you can use this as a bag when you purchase your wine from the store, so that way you don't have to use a plastic or a paper bag when you're purchasing wine. So overall, this is a great little gift to give or one to make for yourself and reuse again and again and again. For this project, I'm going to be using neoprene, but you don't have to use neoprene. You can use any fabric you want. Just make sure you finish your edges if your edges are going to fray. So this project is super easy and super fast to make, which makes it an awesome gift to give. If you're not already a subscriber to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching my sewing videos. And don't forget, I also teach sewing classes in my design studio here in Chicago, Illinois, and virtually. So make sure you check those out at sewinganastasia.com. Supplies for this project are super simple. You're going to need some matching thread. You're going to need your scissors. You're also going to need some chalk and a ruler, plus some neoprene or any other fabric really. And this project is great for using up your scrap fabrics. Now I'm using neoprene because the edges do not fray, but if you had a fabric that frayed, no worries. You could serge it, zigzag it, overcast it, overlock it. You still have all those options. Or you could make a lining for your bag as well. But I'm gonna keep this super simple and just use neoprene. You're also gonna need a pattern for this project, so make sure you head over to digital downloads on sewinganastasia.com and download your wine tote pattern. The first thing you need to do is download your pattern and cut your pattern out of paper and then cut it out of fabric, and then we are ready to start sewing. I have my pieces cut out. This right here is going to be the body of the bag. I have one small pocket that you can put a wine key in or a wine stopper in, and then I have two straps to carry it. You can leave the little pocket off if you want, but I love the idea of the little pocket on this because a lot of times you're gonna need to have a wine opener, or maybe you wanna gift those cute little wine stoppers with the bottle of wine, or maybe you wanna have a wine saver there as well. So this is a great little pocket for all those additional wine accessories. The first thing we need to do is position our pocket. You can put this pocket wherever you want on your wine tote. I would like it to be at the bottom of one of the sides of the bag, and because we're going to be folding this in half, right here is about center on one of the sides. Another fun way to personalize this bag is by taking this pocket and adding embroidery to it. You could do initials, you could do a name, you could put a Santa Claus on it, you could put a pumpkin on it, you could put a birthday cake on it, you could put whatever you want on it. You could also embroider the entire bag. How fun and personalized would that be? So use your creativity and jazz up this wine tote. I'm gonna pin down this pocket real quick and then we can head over to the sewing table. So I wanna leave the top of my pocket open, so I'm going to pin all three sides of the pocket, leaving the fourth side open. Now that I have it positioned, I'm ready to head over to the sewing machine and sew this down. So you have options for stitching down this pocket. You could edge stitch and then top stitch. You could zigzag it down, keeping this edge flat. You could use a decorative stitch all around the three sides. I've decided I'm going to try using the overlock stitch around the three sides and encasing the edge of the neoprene under the overlock stitch to give it a nice clean finish. Okay, we're gonna overlock the edge. Make sure you back stitch or fix as well. Make sure you put your needle in the fabric before you turn. I'm going to readjust here and continue. Back stitch and cut. Pocket is looking awesome, super secure. We can definitely fit all of our wine accessories in here. And if you're using a different type of fabric that frays, no worries if you're using this overlock stitch because it's going to finish the edge so it doesn't fray. Next, we're going to attach the straps while it's nice and flat because it'll be easier. So we're going to position the straps on the bag, one strap on this side and one strap on the other side. So that way when it's folded in half, we have two little straps that we can use to hold our wine. So I'm going to be placing them an inch below the hem, but I'm going to be placing them underneath on the back side. And the way I'm going to finish this off is just by doing a straight stitch all the way across the top, so it just gives it a nice, clean, finished look. As an option, you could also box stitch each end of the straps, but I'm making this super easy for you so that way you can make a ton of them and give them as gifts. So let's pin these down and sew them up. Turn my bag over, I pinned all 4 spots, and now we can sew it down. Don't forget to back stitch. And I'm lining up the edge of my foot with the top edge of the bag so that way it's going to look even on the outside. Back stitch at the end and cut. Now that we have our straps nice and secure on the bag, we are going to fold it right sides together. And we're gonna sew down the side a 1/2 inch and the bottom a 1/2 inch as well. So line up all your edges and let's sew it together. Okay, let's sew this 1/2 inch all the way around. Back stitch at the end and cut. The inside of your bag should look like this right now. We have our 1/2 inch seam on the 2 sides. This is our pocket and we have our straps at the top. Next, what we need to do is create some corners on the bottom of our bag. So we're going to take it, pull it apart, and then we're gonna sew an inch down and we're gonna sew across. So we wanna make sure that we're opening up the seam like this. So do that on both corners and then we're done. Now what we want to do is snip off the extra on the corners. So leave yourself a 1/4 inch seam allowance and snip it off. So your corners should look something like that. Now we can turn the bag right side out. Let's turn our bag right side out and check out our handiwork. Oh my gosh, look how cute it is. I love it. So fun. Our wine tote is finished and it is looking awesome. So let's put our bottle of wine in it and check it out. Check that out. It holds it perfectly, has a little room, so if you have a bigger bottle, no worries. So it fits multiple sizes of bottles, which is great. And the neoprene is really great to use too because it adds a little cushion and a little bit of insulation if you're bringing it somewhere and you need to keep it cool. So we've got our little pocket for all of our wine accessories, and we've got a perfect wine tote. How easy was that wine tote to make? So easy. These are so great for gifts. You can just whip them out and give them away. Don't forget, you can download this pattern on SewingAnastasia.com under digital downloads. Thanks so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I will get back with you as soon as I can. And if you enjoyed the video, leave an applause and leave a comment down below. And let me know what kind of fabric are you gonna make your wine tote out of. And if you make one, I would love to see it. So make sure you tag me at Sewing Anastasia on Instagram or Facebook, or DM me a photo so I can share it with everyone else. I love keeping everyone inspired and creative. And don't forget, I'm now teaching sewing classes in my design studio in Chicago, Illinois, and virtually, so check those out at SewingAnastasia.com. You can even take this little tote and put it over your shoulder and be off to a party. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!